Hi everyone, I miss you all. This is going to be our first second grade lesson um, for our distance learning time together. So I truly miss you all so much, and I just am feeling so bad that I actually can't see you in person, but that I get to see you through the computer. So it's the next best thing, I guess. So hopefully you're all doing well, and hopefully you're taking care of yourself and your families, and hopefully you're all safe and healthy. Again, I miss you so much. So today's lesson is about solving problems, and this is a two-part lesson. So I just wanted to let you know that this week will be solving problems part 1, and then next week we will do solving problems part 2. So we're going to start us off, and this is a picture, and I'm hoping you can see it. Here it is. It's Connor and Tiana, and so obviously this is Connor and this is Tiana. Okay, they've been assigned to work together on a poster project. Do you think they're getting their work done and having fun? Okay, so you can be thinking about that after you looked at the picture and thinking about if you think they were getting along. And if we were at school, we'd get to watch a video, but I'm just going to summarize the video of what happens. So they're having a problem, they're not getting along, and they need to solve it so they can so they can figure it out and get their work done. So what's happening is one is getting very frustrated with the other one because one wants it a certain way and the other one wants it a different way. So they're not having an agreement on how to get along with making the poster. So they need to solve it so they can get their work done. First, they need to calm down. Then they can think and solve the problem. How can they calm down? Okay, so you guys can be thinking about how they can calm down. And of course, we've talked about that through the school year as far as different ways of calming down. And I think you guys have a pretty good idea of what some of those calming down strategies are. And hopefully you've been using those during this time that we've had off too. So we can be thinking about how Connor and Tiana are feeling, okay, during this time. And I would think they're kind of feeling frustrated, angry, maybe confused with one another, why they're not getting along. So Tiana and Connor feel stuck and fed up about the project. Now that they've calmed down, they can start to solve the problem. Okay, so we're going to look at the problem solving steps poster, and I'm going to get that out for you. And actually, first we're going to look at how to calm down. We're going to do that. Here we go. Okay, let's do the how to calm down. And of course, you guys that remember this. I can do it, saying positive self-talk. And then, of course, the counting. You can count backwards or forwards. It's completely up to you. And the big thing with it is that you count slow. So it would go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So nice and slow. And then, so it says at the bottom, stop using your signal, naming your feeling, and then calm down. Okay? Breathing, counting, and using positive self-talk. So those are the ways. And then as far as the problem solving steps, the first step is to say the problem. The next step is to think of solutions. The next step is to explore options. And then the final step is to pick the best solution. Okay, some reason I thought I had my poster here and it's looking like it was left at school. So I apologize. I'll have to go get that. So both Tiana and Connor say the problem in a way that blames the other person, or it makes the other person's fault. What do they say? So blaming words like never and always are never respectful. When you blame others, it can make them feel very angry. And it's hard to solve problems when you're angry and frustrated. It's much harder. Okay, so think about how you would say the problem. So you can think about this, and if there's someone at your home that you could say what the problem is, that's awesome. Or you could just say it out loud to yourself. And then you can think about what the problem is, because that's the first step, is saying what the problem is. So let's find out how Anthony helps Connor and Tiana say the problem without blame. Okay? And then the video explains how they say the problem without blame. So the big words, again, are never to use never and always, because those can feel very blaming. Okay, So if you can do this with a family member, what I want you to do is a skill practice. What you're going to do is partner A will say the problem. Partner B will say a problem based on this situation. And then you guys will exchange. Partner A will be partner B and partner B will be partner A. So I'm going to give you some situations of what you can do with your family members. The first one is this. Shauna needs to use a pencil sharpener, but Peter is sharpening a lot of colored pencils. So you can be thinking about at school, of course, that can be happening where someone decides to use pencil sharpener for a long time, and it just seems as though they're not ever quitting, that they just are sharpening and sharpening and taking a lot of time up. Okay, so that's one situation you can talk about with a family member. Again, one of you being partner A, saying the problem, and one of you being partner B, saying the problem based on the scenario, problem statement, okay? And then the next situation is Kim and Ian are arguing about who gets to be the line leader. Obviously, that's not something that's going to be happening at home, but certainly it happens at school. And again, these are all school related, as these are problems that we want you working on when you will be coming back to school. So again, Kim and Ian are arguing about who gets to be line leader. So one of you will be Kim and one of you be Ian, and just figuring out partner A saying the problem, and then the partner B says a problem statement based on the scenario, okay? And then the last one is recess is almost over. Delia wants her turn on the swing, but Spencer will not get off, okay? And so one of you will be Delia, who's wanting her turn, and then one of you will be Spencer, who is not getting off the swing. So those are some situations. And of course, that's one you can use right now at home. Those of you that are going to the parks with your brothers and sisters, certainly that's something that happens, is maybe your brother or sister won't get off a swing or won't give you a turn for something. So again, saying what the problem is, so we can use that as an example, just in case you guys are a little bit confused. So Jelia would say what the problem is, which is, I would like to have a turn on the swing. And that's what the problem is. And then Spencer would say what the problem statement. Right now, I'm on the swing, but I'm able to give you a turn when I am done. Okay. So that kind of thing is where they get into an agreement of one of them saying what the problem is, and then the other one coming to terms what they need to do to make sure that they both are getting along and solving a problem with each other. So that's super important. So again, what we learned today is the solving problem step. The first step is to say the problem. The next step is to think of solutions. The next step is to explore the best option. And then the final one is to pick the best solution. So again, we just really care about you all so much, and we miss you. If there are things that you need to talk with me about, or if you need to reach out, please let me know. Please let me know, and I am available to you through email or through phone call. And as I get all my voicemails, I'm still to my email. So miss you all so much. Take care, and I'm hoping everyone is doing well. Bye.